About time. About that time, guys. I gotta wash it, guys. I'm sorry. It's gotta come down. I know. It's horrible. Oh, how horrible is it that you're going to be uncovered? It's abuse, isn't it?
Yeah, don't animal abuse.
Chloe says she wants to speak to my manager.
You want to speak to a manager?
Yeah.
I don't know if manager's available.
I guess that would technically be you. Come talk to Chloe.
There are no managers available at the moment.
Chloe said that she's had to go above your head. Hear me?
Yeah?
She's gonna have to go over your head.
So what do you have to say about that?
Hold on. Unfortunately, Mr. Harvey, the customer is always right.
Well, if the complaint was about you.
It's still always right.
I guess you need to fix what you want.
Okay, look at that, please.
So I guess you have to fix it. Wait, Race. Wait, Race.
My little Chloe. My precious Chloe. There you go. What are we saying? Thank you. Hello, Star. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Tatiana. Welcome. Where'd the wood come from? It's never a good thing. Hey. It's washed. Where is my attachment? Where's my attachment? I had an attachment. I don't know what I did with it. Ah, there it is. go, son. Lots of hay for you. I love you guys. Yeah, I do have a dog, but she's not in here. These are my guinea pigs. Hi, Cookie. Oh, that's wet. That needs to be washed. This needs to be cleaned out. So I'm just gonna... Alright guys, I got a clean bowl. I'll have to wash the other one. Yeah, I'll have to wash the other one. Yes, my babies. Hello, my babies. Yeah? Yeah? Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it, guys. The complaint department is open for business. I am here to hear about your troubles. What bothers you guys? Look at this. Don't they look like they're so troubled? Neglected, aren't they? So neglected and abused. Isn't that right? So neglected and abused. Hello, Crystal. Hello, my love. So neglected. Hello, Cookie. I get the vacuum. Hold on. I heard a hoot. Who was that? Okay. I heard a hooting sound. Which one of you was it? Sandy Manny Man. Hi, Sandy Manny Man. My Sandy Manny Man. My Sandy Manny Man. Yeah. My Sandy Manny Man. I love my Sandy Manny Man. I love you, Sandy Manny Man. Okay. Let's put this stuff back. Here. And then alright, guys. Sorry, this cage is quite expansive, so it takes a minute for me to clean it. I find it easiest to do this cage a section at a time. And depending on what liners I have in there, that could either be a 2x3 section or a 2x4 section. This one's a 2x3 section. Hello, Cookie. Alright. I guess you guys would like to watch me clean this side now, huh? That's gotta go in the wash. Oops. Clean that. Hello, Carlos. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, everyone. Don't forget to hit that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Me and the guinea pigs greatly appreciate all of you. Don't we, guys? Good job, guys. There we go. Whew. Honestly, and then this little corner over here. we go. This right here, I think. Alright. Look at this. Okay, let's get your pellets. Here's one bowl. Number 7. You guys can watch them enjoy their pellets while I clean Cinnamon's cage, since I really don't have a good viewpoint to do him on the live. Once the top cage is reduced, when 2x3 is gone, I'll have more room in here to film. Alright. How to do 10 minutes of cardio in 2 seconds. Alright, old man. Let's see what's going on. Well, we need to get some chloroplast in the cage because I'm tired of having poop on my floor. Although once the little one is out of the quarantine cage and in with the herd, we can just give you her cord. What do you think about that? But Mommy, I don't want purple. I want a boy color. Cinnamon gets whatever Cinnamon wants, right, Cinnamon? Isn't that right, my little man? I could tell Daddy was in here and gave you hay last night, because he always gives you way too much fucking hay.
smaller, more unpredictable gangs splintering off. They quickly began operating on their own, creating even more chaos. Those smaller gangs are more brutal
I hear you, little one.
before. They have to be to keep their drug businesses running. They're also
Alright. Now.
being smaller means they have the flexibility
Y'all still with me?
under the radar. It also doesn't help
Amazon. I'll send you a link.
more on reducing Mexico's massive homicide rates. And that is where the U.S. military comes in. Mexico has convinced the U.S.
And now, the baby.
Now we want America fully involved.
Alright, let's see.
The U.S. is committing its full manpower and
Can go. Well, guys.
bringing elite
And that corner
and
is.
Soviet weaponry into war against the cartels. The U.S. has its own reasons to join the fight. Between 90 and 94% of the violence consumed in the U.S. comes from Mexico.
I'm gonna come over here.
355,000 Americans every year. And there's cocaine. Thousands of tons of this dangerous drug cross the Mexican border into the U.S. annually. America wants to crack down on the cartel's drug trade, and Mexico wants to rid itself of the cartel.
Honestly, there's probably a much easier way to do this.
America is dedicating its entire military to taking out the cartels, bringing a massive manpower advantage to the table. According to Global Firepower, which is a military aggregator that ranks 145
There we
nations
go.
based on over 50 factors every year.
Your poops look good.
Rank 1.3 million active military personnel.
Poops look really good, baby.
With almost 800,000 soldiers waiting in the wings for a call up. If the U.S. fully mobilized against Mexico's cartels, its military strength would surge even further. With the ability to draft an average 4.3
Although I
million
can't
per year,
wait to have you back on fucking police. Like, seriously.
With 1.3 million active duty personnel, the U.S. military is already more than enough.
So sick of fucking shavings.
That's not to say that they're tiny. It's estimated that Mexico's cartels are the country's fifth
I'm glad to put a little bit more shavings in here. Oh, you didn't like the strawberry? Okay. That's okay, you don't have to like the strawberry. Let's see what the state of this side is. Wet spot. I found the spot where she likes to pee.
But the U.S. could just steamroll into Mexico and wipe out the cartels, right? Well, not quite. Before the U.S. starts actively fighting, it needs to do a lot of careful planning. The cartels may be smaller on the manpower front, but they have some advantages. And the most important of those advantages is something they can utilize against the U.S. Here, Mexico's cartels have the support from the country's people.
Mommy's gonna put a little bit more shavings in here.
80% of people said they supported Mexico's use of its military to take out the cartels.
More shavings for the child. Here. Hold on, hon. I got my hands full right now. They're just impatient. I have to be.
Where border cartels obtain bodies from bridges and stuff corpses up to 10 deep inside a car. And you'll find a staggering 92.1%
There we
of them
go,
say they
baby.
feel unsafe. That is exactly how the cartels want it. You can use the theater generators to control
Happy to have you back on fleece again, little one.
many average Mexicans would have some idea of where
Make my life so much easier.
but how many are going to talk in detail? Many have the threat of being hung from a tree.
I think I might have added a little too much shavings, but that's okay. Anyways, there's the baby. And there went the baby. She's doing well. I mean, not bad as far as poop goes. It's a little pinched off, but it's better than it was. I think she'll be fine. She's still adjusting to having proper nutrition and stuff, so. This is a alfalfa and Timothy block. I gave her a chew earlier and it looks like she devoured it. And that was an alfalfa chew. Don't have any alfalfa hay right now because my store was out. Haven't been able to get any, so don't have the money to go off Amazon right now. So, oh, I just spilled water all over myself.
most of which turned the firearms into select
If
firearms.
there's anything you guys want to gift the guinea pigs, alfalfa hay would be lovely for the baby. I only need a small bag
Far more dangerous than America's military are the larger
because she's
weapons of
4
Mexico
months old.
USA
And when she's
Today
6 months old,
reports
she'll
that
be
a
off
member
the
of a similar
alfalfa.
cartel named El Flaco says his cartel has access to FGM-148 Javelin guided missile launchers. A single Javelin missile boasts a range of 13,000 feet and features a tandem charge warhead designed to bypass reactive armor before delivering a lethal strike to a tank's core. Those devastating weapons have proven their effectiveness time and time again in battlefields, boasting a 94% engagement success rate. And according to El Flaco, it also has people, including himself, who are trained to use them. Those javelins could have come from anywhere. The U.S. Department of Defense lost 35 javelins during the Iraq War. Maybe some found their way to Mexico. Mexican authorities have also seized Stinger missiles and AT-4 shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile launchers from the cartels in the past. If the cartels had those weapons before, the odds are they have similar firepower. Of course, the U.S. brings plenty of firepower.
Here's your pellets,
It
Mama.
has over 4,600 tanks in its stockpiles, which would easily leave it with thousands in reserve. Even if the
There's your
government
toy.
managed to take out a handful of Javelin missiles.
Maybe a couple of these.
America also brings over 391,000 military vehicles to the war, used for transporting troops and setting up checkpoints and assaulting cartel positions. Add 641 multiple launch rocket systems and nearly 2,000 artillery units into the mix, and the U.S. clearly has the advantage on the land power front. That is without mentioning the thousands of javelins and powerful M4 carbine rifles that are just being issued for all the soldiers. Still, the risks faced by the U.S.
Ow, that was my finger, Callie Rose.
is more evident when American forces attempt to storm a cartel stronghold. These strongholds contain fortified buildings. The cartel forces build equivalent to military bases to defend their most valuable territory. They're set up in small towns and cities that are filled with civilians along with cartel members. That's why the U.S. can't just go rolling in with tanks and armored vehicles. It has to be smarter than that. To take out the cartel strongholds,
God
the U.S.
damn!
will have to surround one
Girl,
of the
you're big. You gotta be careful. She's small.
checkpoints on all the roads in and out of the location, staffed by American troops.
I want to give Crystal a treat, and she literally stood on Chloe's head.
Warnings will also be sent to all the
Jesus.
residents of the cartel stronghold. Newscasts and the internet will blare alerts to all citizens to stay in their homes.
Alright.
Schools, local government buildings, and most
Go get some veggies, and I guess you guys can watch the baby eat.
Before it begins in assault. Only then will the military vehicle convoys start rolling through the
Yeah, I really like it. I'll send you the link. Yeah, that's true. Alright, I'm gonna go get veggies going for these guys before they start a riot.
Each assault on the stronghold would be a standoff, with small skirmishes taking place throughout the lockdown city. The cartels would have some minor success. They know their cities better than the American troops, allowing them to create ambushes that take out isolated U.S. vehicles. If the cartel also has access to Javelin missiles, as some do, the U.S. might experience some vehicle and antenna losses. But the reality is that these standoffs will almost never go in the cartel's favor. Fighting directly against America's overwhelming forces will lead to cartel losses every single time. It's far smarter to escape to live another day and continue to fight elsewhere. And that brings us to a key problem that the U.S. would face when storming a cartel stronghold: escape routes. The cartels are experienced in dealing with military forces thanks to the war waged against them since 2006. Discretion is so often the better part of valor in these fights, which is why the cartels have developed a network of underground tunnels. Some of these tunnels are massive. In 2022, authorities discovered a massive 1,700-foot tunnel connecting the Mexican city of Tijuana to a warehouse in San Diego. The tunnel was 61 feet underground and about 4 feet in diameter. It even had a primitive railway system built into it. The tunnel was used to smuggle drugs into the U.S., but it's also possible that cartel members could use similar tunnels to escape the U.S. military. There are many more examples. Authorities have found several of these tunnels connecting Tijuana to San Diego. And it's safe to assume that there are other smaller examples inside of Mexico the cartel could use as escape routes. After all, the famed cartel kingpin El Chapo once escaped prison thanks to a 1-mile tunnel his cartel compatriots built. Working on similar tunnels will take place at the cartel strongholds to give gang leaders more routes out of their cities as the U.S. military invades. Still, America has its strategy for dealing with the strongholds, building from Mexican intelligence, along with scraps of information it gets from terrified citizens. It starts creating blockades and conducting raids. Some are successful. The cartel members who stay behind to fight are usually overwhelmed. And the raids that don't result in victories and gang member captures still scatter cartel members, forcing them to leave behind valuable weapons. The success of this stronghold blockading approach leads the U.S. military to a revelation. It doesn't need to fight against the cartel as though it's dealing with a traditional war. Cutting cartel members off from one another weakens the gangs. Perhaps preventing those gangs from engaging in their illicit businesses will be just as effective. And that's where the U.S. Navy comes into play. The Mexican cartels have navies of sorts. Well, they at least have ships. As Rear Admiral Christopher Tommy of the Joint Insurgency Task Force South of the U.S. Coast Guard revealed in 2015, well over 95% of the drugs are moving on the water. The cartel takes advantage of every vessel it can find to ship drugs into the U.S. Those boats include everything from massive container ships and other non-commercial vessels to sailboats, yachts, and fishing boats. The cartels also take advantage of speedboats that they use to outrun the U.S. Coast Guard, so drugs are successfully delivered to America. The cartels even have primitive submersibles. Built using fiberglass and marine-grade plywood, these small submarines are fitted with commercial engines and cost around $1 million to make. However, they're able to sneak past the U.S. Coast Guard because they're underwater. Cartel Navy. It's designed for sneaking drugs into the U.S. via water. It absolutely isn't built to take on the might of a military navy, and that's where the U.S. has a clear advantage. The U.S. Navy has 440 assets, which have a combined tonnage of 4.5 million. Tonnage is important. The higher it is, the larger the ship being sailed. With the U.S. Navy, there are 11 aircraft carriers and 9 helicopter carriers. The cartels don't have any weapons that they can use to damage those massive ships. The U.S. will station them in the water surrounding Mexico to serve as jump-off points for aerial assaults against cartel positions. More on that later. The U.S. Navy operates 81 destroyers, massive warships built for long-term deployments, capable of staying at sea for months while maintaining constant combat readiness. These vessels are armed with a powerful mix of weaponry, including anti-air, anti-submarine, and anti-surface systems, as well as long-range missiles designed to engage and destroy enemy ships before they even see the threat coming. As 26 corvettes to that mix, which are smaller than the destroyers, you get a potent surface-level attacking force. The destroyers could also target the cartel's submersibles. Of course, the U.S. would also rely on its submarines to do that. It has nearly 70 of them, none of which it'll have to use to their full capacity. A single torpedo from one of those submarines could easily sink any of the ships or submersibles in the cartel's navy. The only issue for the U.S. Navy lies in properly identifying the vessels that the cartel uses to transport its drugs. You can't just fire torpedoes at cargo ships and yachts, because it assumes that they carry cartel drugs. So America would instead use its Navy to create a full blockade. Ships would be packed into the Gulf of America, formerly Gulf of Mexico, and the Gulf of California. America would likely do the same in the Caribbean Sea, though it would face opposition from Cuba and Honduras there. Instead, it creates a blockade near the Yucatan Channel, just far enough away from Cuba so it's outside of the country's waters. The U.S. also stations more ships in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, ensuring that none of the cartel ships can circumvent blockades that are closer to Mexico's territory. For now, the U.S. has built a naval blockade around Mexico as its ground forces surround and assault cartel strongholds. There's only one more thing the cartels have in their arsenals that the U.S. has to handle: aircraft. As is the case with their sort of but not quite Navy, the cartels have also had a pretty impressive fleet of planes. Back in 2016, Vice reported that Mexican authorities had seized almost 600 planes and helicopters, linked to the massive Sinaloa cartel alone between 2006 and 2015.
Alright, I'm back.
5 times the size of Aeromexico.
I'm back.
And the
I'm back.
the cartel still has planes that use
Alright, little one.
away from Mexico. Those aircraft
There's your food.
which Vice says are the most popular among the cartels.
Alright, Sunny.
Pipers, Gulfstreams, and several others. These planes are owned by shell companies and private airlines, making them
Yes, I hear you all. I did not forget about you, trust me. There you go. Eat up. Where'd you go? Callie Roach, you ran the wrong way.
The U.S. Air Force, on the other hand, well, the Air Force has a massive stock of 13,000 aircraft. Almost 1,800 of those aircraft are fighters, with almost 900 being the attack type. The U.S. also
Alright,
has
everybody's
fixed
eating.
wing transport, which it will be able to use to shuttle its troops anywhere in Mexico. It can help out with
I'll let you guys watch her for a little while I go eat my dinner.
aerial refueling stations that the U.S. can use to keep its fighters and attack types, such as bombers, up in the air for even longer before they have to touch down at a base. Throw in 5,800 helicopters and 1,000 attack choppers, and it's not even a competition. The cartels have practically no aerial power. The U.S. will dominate the skies. However, don't expect the U.S. to start carpet bombing cartel strongholds from the air. We mentioned earlier that these strongholds are usually in towns and cities, meaning aerial assault would present too much of a risk to regular Mexican citizens. The U.S. could use its Air Force to take out isolated fortifications, but it's generally unlikely to use its Air Force to attack land targets. It will, however, use it to target the cartel's planes and clandestine airstrips. The U.S. already has 5 planes in the skies near the Mexican border.
You need a job that gets you out of here. Indeed, indeed.
According to CNN, between the end of January and the beginning of February 2025, those planes flew at least 18 special missions, all designed to help America identify cartel targets near its border with Mexico. Previously, the surveillance missions were limited to about 1 per month. Now, with the U.S. having the Mexican government's full approval to go after the cartels, those spy planes are constantly in skies above Mexico. They spend the war hunting for the cartel's hidden landing strip. No one's time to call goes into a fighter jet or bomber and the strip is bombed into oblivion. It's a safe option. Destroying the landing strips ensures the cartel can't get any of its aircraft into the skies. It also means the U.S. Air Force doesn't have to risk attacking Cessnas and similar small aircraft that could just be flown by innocent civilians.
Alright guys, my phone is getting low. I need to end this, but I will let you see the babies. So until next time, if you enjoyed this, please hit like and subscribe. We appreciate all of you and love all of you. Until next time, guys.